So,
hello everybody.
How's everyone's sex life?
Do I? It's going well. Busted a nut pretty recently.
I did yesterday in an Asian girl.
Nice. How was that?
It was good. It's really tough.
So you guys been? Yo, I haven't seen you for a minute.
It's been a walk of work. How are you? It's good to see you.
It's
Oh, but
good.
by the way, for everyone watching at home, I have a little white blonde girl sitting behind me. All right. Just,
How'd you guys
Social
meet?
proof sex life.
Tinder.
Nice.
I got back to the city. I'm on Tinder, and then I don't know. I don't really remember.
What was your opener?
Madison, how did we meet?
Do you have the opener?
Do you remember?
I don't remember what the opener was. You're like, hey, sexy, what's up?
What was your method of acquiring white bitches?
Dude, I cannot remember. I don't know. It just kind of happened, you know?
I can literally check it.
Can you?
Yeah, I can
I
check
think I
it.
deleted that account.
Hey, bitch, you want some
Did
fuck?
you?
I don't know. Maybe I still have it.
No, I'm gonna
I'm not
check
sure.
this. We'll report back in.
No, but I know I would have like sent her a voice message and be like, "Hey, Madison."
Yeah.
I think I told you my name.
Learn
Wait,
with
did
the
I?
voice.
Did I tell you my name was
It's a
Jay?
secret. I do that
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I made my Tinder name Jay because I didn't want any girls to know my name.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what it was. When I got back to see, I was just really paranoid because I just broke up with my ex-girlfriend. So I was like, I don't want any girls to know my name. And I remember like we were doing stuff and you're like, oh, Jay. And I was like, who the fuck is Jay? Like, I'm like, oh, that's me.
How about you, Nick? What code names do you use when you're picking up chicks?
I guess daddy, the standard one. I don't really. I don't know, I find that shit kind of weird though.
No, here's the thing.
It's
Here's
just
the
like,
thing.
shut up and let me
I
fuck.
always
Like,
thought that was
I'm
weird,
just trying to
right?
bust.
Until I
I'm just
had a
trying to
media
bust.
scandal in Mexico. And I'm like, now I don't want anybody to know my name. Okay? Like, I started to very much so respect my own privacy when, like, girls were posting. Dude, we had this viral thread on Facebook. Girls were posting our Airbnb address. Me and
Jesus
Bradicus
Christ.
are like, let's get the fuck out of here. We just ditched our Airbnb
Yeah.
and went to a brand new Airbnb. Didn't tell anyone the Airbnb address. I'm with the girlfriend I'm dating, this like Latina actress girl, and she's like famous in Mexico. I was infamous in Mexico, and she kept getting pissed at Brad because he just kept bringing girls over, even to the new Airbnb. We're like scared for our safety.
Jesus
You know what I
Christ.
mean? It was fucked. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's been
You
happening
gotta
to
stay
me.
low key, honestly, because you don't know who's gonna fuck you over. Like some girl stole my debit card and got like tons of money out of me. It was frozen for like 30 days. So I was basically homeless for like 30 days. I'm begging people for money and shit, just because I was drunk as shit. So I was at the strip club with Kyle and Lucas, and we were getting like drinks and whatever. And then she hits me up on Tinder, like, "Hey, I'm down to come over." So I rush over here. I'm gonna go take a piss. I leave my debit card like here, and then she leaves really quickly. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I must have lost it. Fuck, I don't know." Like just still drunk as hell. And then I realized, like, the bank calls me, like, yo, you have, like, security fraud, and somebody took $560 out of your debit card, and it was frozen, and, yeah, that's why you don't trust these
Bro, at least the
No,
bank
no,
called you and told you.
I mean, yeah, I just would have fucking never looked for it and be like, all right, well, that's life. I guess.
You're like, I feel like you don't check your finances and shit.
I don't.
I look at my bank account every day.
I just keep tapping, and like, I don't want to buy this. No, buy this. Like, I don't.
Dangerous game, man.
Honestly, I'm
Dangerous
really
game.
bad with it.
No, I've had months where I just spend a fuck ton of money. I don't really look, and I look at my credit card. I'm like, did someone steal my bank card? Because I owe 15 grand to the dude. Literally, when I got back to Toronto,
Somebody stole your.
no. I owed 12.5K on my credit card,
Jeez.
and I was like, what?
Especially in a city like Toronto, there's a lot of predators like out to get you. Like fucking sociopathic BPD girls just waiting for someone.
It wasn't that. I was just like, you know what it was? I was
Lucas
depressed. I was just spending a lot of
knows
money.
very well.
No, but yeah, you got to be careful. You definitely got to be careful.
Where-
Where'd that money go? You know?
I got a nose job.
Oh
Chin
shit!
surgery.
Yo, I seen your YouTube comments. People were saying they
They
knew.
Yeah, dude, I don't care. I'm
only
open
knew
about
because
it.
of the
Really?
comments.
You know why I did it? This is the honest
They
truth.
notice.
This is the honest truth why I did it. It's because I want to be like you, Nick.
He said that
I
to
love
me
you, bro.
yesterday. I swear to God. He
Uh-huh.
We look the same, just different.
Dude, now we're
pigments.
twinsies.
Exactly.
Seriously.
I'm gonna go tanning, so I look more like you.
That's literally why I did it. I was in Mexico. I knew I was going to leave soon. I had a flight booked to Brazil on Sunday. It was a Tuesday. I woke up.
We look
No, I think
oddly
it
similar.
was a Monday.
As a comedian, I'm over here thinking you want to look more like Nick. So did you guys choose from the same catalog?
I went to this woman in Mexico City named Dr. Julieta, okay? And I was seeing this girl, right? And I asked her, like, do you know who this doctor is? And she looked at her Instagram. She'd done, like, a lot of, like, celebrities, like, Mexican celebrities and influencers. So I walked in, and she's like, hola, Jose, ¿cómo estás? I'm like, hola, Dr. Julieta, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? She's like, todo bien. And then she speaks to me in Spanish, and I don't know what she's saying. I look at the girl I'm dating, I'm like, what? And she's like asking me, what do you want your nose to look like? I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. Just whatever, fuck me up, fuck my shit up. I don't even give a fuck.
Brother, it looks really. I can't even tell that it's like no
Very
job
subtle.
or anything. Can't
Very
tell.
subtle.
I don't know how they did
I
it.
still
me
did
too,
breathing
honestly.
problems.
That's a good nose job. It's subtle. Like nobody can tell you got it
Do
done.
you still have breathing problems?
Not really. I think you did a good job. Dr. Elahi, shout out.
Mine is huge. You can tell mine's huge if I go to this angle right here.
Part of me feels bad though. Like my familial nose, you know, like
Fuck
it's
it,
gone.
I don't give a shit, honestly. My kids will look so ugly, I don't even care. That's why you fuck a hot girl. You impregnate her and, you know.
Makes sense.
Make up for the difference.
Well, I don't really want children.
But yo, we get more airspace when it's huge, you know what I'm saying? It's
True.
like...
I know, mine's a lot smaller than that.
Dude, I can barely breathe at nighttime. I like sleeping. I'm like, can't breathe. I became like a mouth breather, which is like breathing through my mouth at night.
Silicone in your chin.
Guys, just taking how Nick turned his bedroom into a studio. It's just so interesting. We just pimped this place
Just gonna
out.
leave it like this now.
Just a little like COVID podcast. There's no like office space that we can use. I'm sure we could have figured something out, but
Make it more professional.
Kavork was just like, yo, we're rolling through. Let's film a little podcast. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. It's been a while since I
Freestyle,
caught up with the
talk
boys.
And that's how you become a hustler lifestyle, just turning a fucking bedroom into a podcast.
Honestly,
You make
like
things work. Something from nothing.
it's cool. No,
That's
seriously, like
genius.
we were talking about this before we started filming. It's just like crazy how like even one person who's listening to this, imagine how that can impact their lives.
I love it.
And I think about, you know, years ago when the three of us were filming viral YouTube content that got millions of views. Like the three of us filmed a lot. Like I know I was seen in at least 50 million views of content on your channel, Kavork. And Nick was probably like something similar, maybe like 30 to 40.
No, we're infamous.
And you probably got over 100 million views, right? And it's like, bro, just think about how most of those days it's just us fucking around with a camera. And it's indirectly impacting
people want to live vicariously.
the fact that I don't even have a nice mic like y'all and we're still pushing forward, that's how you show you the hustler.
People live
hustler
boring ass
mentality.
lives and they want to see what other people are doing. So like that's why they watch our videos. Like, oh, what's the story of Nick and John? Like, let's tune in. Like a reality TV show. Like, what are they up to? Oh my god! And they're just like sitting eating Doritos, like fucking living for you, basically.
I guess that's what it is, man.
That kind of is what it is. The average person.
Well, when I used to watch people back in the day, like I used to watch R.C. Tyler a lot, right? And then I'm out there in
Wow,
LA.
they're so cool.
Yeah.
I want to be like.
No,
them.
I was hanging out with them. I was hanging out with them.
No action.
And
well, we
it
did, but like the
blows
average person.
my mind. It's like, it's literally like, I guess the average person didn't really take action.
No, it's like
But-
porn. It's literally like fucking pickup porn. Like they're just like, wow, I could do that, but I won't.
It's like watching SpongeBob SquarePants.
You know what I
Yeah,
think?
literally.
I think
Like a
like
TV show.
fuck what we did in the past. What are we doing for the future? Like that's why I was deleting a lot of our videos. I deleted one with like 16 million views.
Yeah, that's a problem, right? When you get your ego attached, you're saying, I did this, but like, not,
Well,
what are you doing now?
yeah.
You know what
fuck
I mean?
being sentimental and holding on to
Mhm.
like I used to be that. Like what the fuck are you now though? Like
I
you want to be a
100%
one-hit
agree.
wonder? Like
100% agree.
Vanilla
Couldn't
Ice.
agree
So
more.
I deleted a lot of
Vanilla Ice
shit,
syndrome.
and I'm like, yo, let's create some new shit. Fuck whatever we did in the
Leave the
past.
past behind, yeah.
What do you guys think about TikTok?
The Chinese are monitoring us, and it should be banned because
But
they're
so
collecting
I
information.
feel that way
So the
too,
globalists can make us all androgynous and push the transgender agenda,
but that clout though. What about that clout?
but them titties do.
I swear, every time
Bro,
you
have
scroll, it's
have
just
you
a
even
girl with an
seen
ass up.
Addison Rae's titties?
You know what? The Chinese can have her. That's great titties. Bro,
Every time you scroll, it's just a
Whatever,
girl with her
man.
ass out on
just learn
TikTok.
Cantonese,
Dude, I haven't
accept the
masturbated.
inevitable domination of China, and see some
Dude, I
titties,
haven't
bro.
jerked off in almost 5 years. But dude, if I did, I would be on TikTok every single day. You don't even need fucking porn. Like TikTok, he's TikTok hoes, bro.
Yes. You need to have a little age thing. And, like,
Bro, there's
watch
this girl,
their
I think her name is
race, you know
Bella
how they are.
Porch or something like that. Like I just discovered, like I saw her in my, no, Bella Porak. I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
She's like a TikToker. She's like this 19-year-old Filipino girl from fucking Hawaii. And she's got the #1 most liked video on TikTok.
Where
And it's just like an 8-second video of her face. Just like her just making weird faces. And I'm like,
Just
is
being
this
attractive and shit?
so few different perspectives here. She's super hot for sure.
Mm.
But it's like, is this what the world has come to? That like you're just like a cute girl posts like a weird like fucking video of your face just like doing a weird thing, and then
Ooh,
you-
nice facial structure.
the video got 500 million views,
Cheekbones.
over 500 million views.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
that's
as fuck.
crazy, bro.
Then you have guys like,
I guess that's what it is. Guys are like look at her and they're like, you know what? If you were to like analyze her face symmetry, it's probably like perfect, and that's why it like comes up on the TikTok
or
algorithm.
Belle Delphine and shit. Like honestly.
Oh,
balance,
Belle
dude.
Delphine. Seems
OnlyFans,
hot.
bro. I want to get on that OnlyFans shit, man. I wish I had titties. I wish I had
Me too.
titties. Do you know how much money that girl's making off OnlyFans? So Madison here, she wanted to actually start an OnlyFans, so I was like, I'll manage you. Because I was going to do this with my ex-girlfriend, right? Valentina, the girl I was dating in Mexico. But she was too mentally unstable that I was like, this relationship's obviously going to end. I can't put up with this person for that long.
Right.
So I knew I was going to like abandon ship. So I was like, I don't want to start a business and put
Be
time
tied to
and
it legally and
Exactly.
contractually.
exactly.
She
And
takes half your shit.
I mean, it wasn't that.
The business
I didn't even care. Like, if we're 50-50 partners, I'm cool with that. But here's the
And
thing.
you
It's
have to
like,
associate with it long term.
If you put
that was the problem, right? I have
it's
to,
like a divorce, and it's like
exactly. It's like a
alright, what are we
divorce,
gonna do
and then
with the kids?
worrying about the kids. That's what it was. It was like, I'm gonna have to like pretend that we're cool and film content with her still, and it was like changing the dynamic because she was my girlfriend. It wasn't like a business transactional relationship.
That's what you should do with a fuck buddy or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, Madison gave me an idea, and I'm like, we can just use my platform, my audience. I want to turn my YouTube channel into like a reality TV show. So anyone who's even watching this, leave a comment or message me what your thoughts are. I'm like, imagine if I turn my channel into like something like the Nelk Boys or
Just be a character. honestly.
or like yeah.
Oh, I know that guy.
No, like,
and you're in, like everything.
There's like
You know
vlog
what I mean?
content where I'm still doing the pickup stuff. I'm still traveling. I'm still partying. I'm still doing my thing.
Yeah.
Still producing self-development content. But a lot of it's now entertainment based as well. Maybe even like one episode a week or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're filming this awesome content. And then, I want to have like, so I want to actually rent or buy a house, have a bunch of girls move in with me.
Shit.
Maybe like 3 or 4 girls, and we do OnlyFans together.
Mm.
We have like a little reality TV show. We throw parties. We have fun. There's drama. There's chaos. There's adventures.
Guest appearances.
I'll tell you
As
what
we
I
scale
think
the
of it.
business, reinvest that money into like traveling with the girls, doing cool shit, fun fucking craziness, and
And you hire a
crazy
camera guy
content.
24/7 to just record everything you do.
bro, I
I'll
remember.
tell you what I
cameras for
think
the
of
entire
it.
house.
I think it's a brilliant idea. Just make sure that you own the OnlyFans account since you're growing it
Yeah,
and
100%.
getting them big.
100%.
You should make like a Jersey Shore part 2.
Yeah, well,
That'd be
dude,
cool.
I'm a businessman. You guys don't need to worry about me, but like, I just think
Honestly,
about,
I'd like to do the
dude.
same.
Look at the Nelk Boys, right?
Yeah.
They did a collab with Donald Trump the other day.
Yeah.
They were hanging out with Dana White in the Middle East,
Mm.
and then they collabed with fucking Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember seeing these guys out in Toronto. Okay, I remember bumping in them in the Eden Center.
Oh, me too.
January 26th, 2017. I remember that day specifically because I had to fly back from Australia
Yeah.
for one day and then fly back to Australia, right? So I remember I was hanging out with you, Nick,
Mm.
the Eden Center. We're getting food,
Yeah, we were at the food
right?
court.
In the food
And then
court.
I just walked by.
Yeah, and then I went up to them. I just walked up. I'm like, yo, no, boys, what's up? And so I was chatting with them. I was like, are you guys filming? Like, what are you guys up to? Right? And then,
You know
like,
what's crazy? I was bigger than them,
isn't that fucked?
and we had like a competition thing going on.
Bro, I remember 5 years ago, you had a
Yeah.
couple 100,000 followers, and they had like 50,000 or some shit.
We always had competition.
We both
I
were
even
going
knew them
viral.
when we were small. We
Bro,
used
you know
to
what's
talk with
crazy?
each
I
other.
don't know if you remember this, Kabork. One of our cameramen for one of our videos was one of their old cameramen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
And I remember I saw them out in Toronto. I remember me and Nick even saw them at Gracie's after they started making a lot of
I saw them
money.
at the bar even by
Yeah.
myself so many times.
No, but like, because they're originally from like the Toronto area, right?
They know us like
And
crazy.
Gracie's
Bro,
like at
These
least
guys,
4 or
the
5
thing
times.
is-
boys.
The thing is, man, I remember like seeing them before they popped off, and these guys were broke as fuck. And
They're very humble too.
They
They're
watch
making
us. They watch
bank.
us, eh?
Well, maybe back in the day they seen some of our like content. I'm sure everyone did.
They even watch us now. I bet
You
they'd be
think
like,
so?
"Yo, what's this guy been up to?"
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
You
like
can't really know.
here's the thing, man. I
Just
feel
look
like
at your
once
shit.
you're at a really like high level, you just
Yeah.
focus on business. Because personally, I don't really watch much YouTube content. Like people are always like, "Yo, why don't you watch like?"
No, I think they scan the competition too.
You think so?
Definitely.
Yeah.
They're low key about it. They act like they don't, but they definitely do. Because they take ideas from the low guys who like don't like they don't have that much of a following.
Well, I
And they're
remember
like,
like,
oh, that's good. I'm gonna
dude,
borrow
like
that.
not to talk shit or anything. I remember RC Max did that. I remember there's like a lot of like PA guys who would do
Like, I
that
swear
with
the
their content
social
back in
circle
the day.
shit or like the Instagram
Oh,
shit. It was
totally.
probably borrowed from like Dave's concepts even. and
Probably.
shit. Like honestly, I
Yep.
feel like Dave revolutionized that. So
Maybe.
He's like the founding father of like the social circle,
Quite
social
possible.
media type shit.
Yeah, the social media stuff.
I'm pretty sure he did it before any of them mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's quite
like,
possible.
And they might have just.
I know you're
stolen
talking
from Dave.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, straight up. Like, well, I mean, the world is gonna go that
They
way
reap the
anyway.
rewards. That's the
You
thing.
never know, right? You really never know. Like, there's all kinds of you can get inspiration from anywhere. And like, so my buddy David Bond, I noticed something about him, and I just thought that was odd. This was odd because when we're in Mexico together, because he's a big content creator, but I noticed all the content creators he watches are really fucking small.
Yeah.
Like
They have good
tiny,
ideas
like
and they're not
tiny
known.
ass content creators. You know what's really weird? So there was a guy who made a roast video about David, like years ago, and he was doing a live stream. There's only like 10 people watching, but David's one of the people watching. So David became like one of his fans.
Genius, dude.
And then the guy mentioned David. Dude, it's a live stream of 10 people.
Yeah.
What are the fucking chances that David's going to be watching? This guy starts talking about David. He starts talking about how he made a roast video about David Bond,
Yeah.
and he only did it because he was like jealous of David's lifestyle.
Mm.
And David was literally watching while that happened. And I was there, and he went back and played it, and I was like, well, that's fucking weird as hell. So you don't really know who's watching. That's what I'm talking about with social media, with TikTok, with YouTube, with the way this stuff works. You don't know who the fuck is watching. And like the conversations you have, they can influence people on such a fine-tuned level.
They can put you on. You never know.
You never even know.
Launch
how they-
one video,
Bro.
and all of a sudden you're an overnight success.
Seriously. I
That's
mean,
why it's consistency.
I knew Nelk when they only had 2,000. I had 500, but then I became more than them, and it became like this competition thing going on, and then they would trash talk everybody, and then they made it seem like they're the only real pranksters. But yo, they did a lot of fake pranks too, and
You think so?
like, oh, I know so.
you think they fake pranks?
I know.
Wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not, obviously they did, and they'll say they did too. Cause like the pizza one, they already admitted to faking the pizza man prank where the delivery thing, they deleted that.
Oh fuck.
They admitted to it. Like it's
I know
not,
when they come
it's
up,
nothing
everyone
new.
fake
It's nothing
pranks.
new.
Like,
It's
everyone
like-
used to fake that shit.
It's
But, like-
nothing. I'm not like trash talking them or anything. I'm saying it's cool how they come up, but like yeah, they used to like trash talk. They feel like they're the only real pranksters. They're not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But their content's fucking hilarious. Like,
They-
it's not even about that. It's not even about
That's
if the
the
content's
thing.
real
It's
or
like
not.
if they're
It's just, is
entertained.
it entertaining? Is it engaging?
And they
Yeah.
want
You
to
know what I
believe
mean?
that it's real. You know?
What I always thought was interesting was like, I always got comments about our pickup content being fake, but we never ever faked it. Like, how are you even supposed to fake that?
Yeah.
How are you supposed to act that shit out?
Yeah.
It's so good to the point where people think you're bullshitting.
You know what it was?
Lifestyle.
You know what it was? I guess that's what it is. I guess
Like
the
you reach a
content.
point where it's like the average person won't believe you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so crazy. Like reality stranger than fiction.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Like, if I look at my dude, you know what happened the other day? Kavor, you don't know about this. Someone paid me $10,000 to try to sleep with their wife.
What you're playing?
I
Why?
swear to God.
This is
I can't really
Why
I can't actually
I helped
talk
record
about it on
Kyle Loki.
YouTube. Like Nick was there. These guys saw it. So our buddy Kyle's like off and like he's like one of the he's part of the audience today on the podcast and he saw it. Nick saw it. Like
Ooh, we're side by side recording
it's
it.
fucked up,
and
dude.
Just like pretending we're having conversation.
I can't really talk about the details.
Well, tell me later then.
I'll talk to you about it later. I want to film a video about it eventually, but there's like things that could affect me legally if I talk about it. But yeah, bro, it's crazy as fuck. Like pretty much some guy wants to get out of his relationship. They've been in a marriage for 15 years. So we created a fake character. Not to say the name, obviously. We created this fake persona for me.
Jaspreet Singh.
Jaspreet Singh. Hello, I'm Jaspreet Singh. And I got in touch with his wife,
Jaspreet
right?
Singh.
Who she ran like an online business,
Mm.
and so I posed as a client, built a relationship with her online over like Zoom over the course of like 2 months.
Wow.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
seriously, this is fucking crazy. Over like 2 months, built a relationship with her, but the whole time texting was actually her husband. Yeah, and I would just jump on the Zoom calls like once a week. He'd pay me like $500 an hour Canadian to just do a 1 hour call, right, and just build up this relationship until she saw me as like a really high value guy. In her head, she thought I'm this like a lot of it was like true, but she thought I was like this multi-millionaire, fucking like really cool dude, connect with like celebs.
Mm.
Like I mean, I haven't hit the 7-figure mark with business yet, but like, I mean, it was an exaggeration of my personality.
Yeah.
Like I told her that I knew Selena Gomez and shit. Like I just made up a bunch of like random fucking stories in order to like execute on this operation, right? But the thing is, I wasn't gonna follow
Heck,
through
if
with
you
it.
knew Selena Gomez, I'd have left my wife.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? So it's like she ended up flying in to see me. We ended up like fooling around. We didn't actually do anything though, right? We didn't do anything sexually, but just the fact that she came from this like really conservative Christian background,
Mm.
or I don't
You
know,
got
even
proof of it.
I think they're Christian, maybe like Mormon, or I don't fucking even know that.
Yeah.
All I know is that he had to prove that his wife was like going off to see another guy in another country, right? And that
So
way,
we could leave her.
yeah, so he could leave her. And I'm just thinking like how life has become crazier than like
Yeah.
even something I could dream about. Like this is something out of a fucking movie, dude.
Honestly,
This
yeah.
happened.
Even
like,
shit
what the
we
fuck?
Pulled, going to the mall, pulling foursomes like it's nothing. Fucking.
Just craziness.
One Christmas, fucking a girl met her sister.
I think a lot of it
Three
is because of
Christmases
YouTube,
ago.
but a lot of it is just because of your personality, who you are, and who you become.
Yeah.
Like when you just decide to be a man who acts outside the norm, thinks outside the box, and just lives life to the fullest.
Well, like, the truth is, you can have whatever you want in this life. You have to know just exactly what you want. Like, exactly what you want. And eventually it'll manifest if you put enough effort towards that.
It makes sense.
And that's what we wanted from 17 up until now. Like, low-key, and then we got it. We
I
spoke it
remember-
into existence.
I remember when we met, Nick. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Like everything we talked about came true eventually.
Just
At some
non-stop
point.
talking about threesomes, girls.
No, we would talk
girls,
about some
pickup,
crazy shit,
girls.
and it all came true, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Literally everything we spoke into existence. I'm gonna be a stripper, and then became a stripper. And, you know,
fucking craziness,
threesomes,
dude.
boom.
Craziness.
I'll fuck a girl and her sister, boom. Like literally, I swear to God, I said shit like that.
Dude, it's so crazy. I remember. I know what night you're talking about. You're talking
Yeah.
about Christmas Eve, 2017.
Yeah.
I remember that night.
You fucked the girl and her sister.
Chris,
What
I
happened?
went into
bro.
one room. I like smashed the girl. I said, "Yo, your sister likes me. By the way, don't tell her." And then I went to the other room. I smashed her. I'm like, "Yo, your sister likes me. By the way, don't tell her."
I was there. I saw this whole thing
That's
happen. By the way.
shook.
So here's what happened. Okay, I just flew back from Mexico that day with our buddy Boris. Right, Boris is a baller, fucking awesome. He's a pimp ass motherfucker. He's a cool dude. And he's like, "Yo, let's have because we were just wanting like a 7-day bender in Mexico, in Cancun." And so we were like bored, and he hit me up. He's like, "Let's have a little Christmas party tonight. Just invite as many girls as possible." So we just invited like I think it was like 10 guys, 10 girls. Maybe it was like 5 guys and like 15 girls. I don't know.
Like Mexicans.
Oh yeah, no. So
Your future
that's where I met my
girlfriend to be.
ex-girlfriend,
Yeah.
Laura, right? And then so I met her that night, but me and Nick hooked up with this other girl, and then Nick hooked up with her and her sister, right? It was just a craziness. It was just like all this, bro. And when I think about where we came from,
Yeah.
like we were nerds, bro.
I was just a Maple Story nerd, honestly. Yeah.
I used to play RuneScape back in the day, man.
I used to play Habbo Hotel.
Have a hotel,
Me
dude.
too.
I was on that shit.
Club
I
Penguin.
loved Have a Hotel. That was my shit.
Bro, I became the richest. I collected all these thrones. And I'm like, yo, imagine if I became the richest in real life because I became richest in this game. I didn't spend no money to become this rich. I just learned how to...
I did the same shit with Maple Story.
You just learned how to
I
scam
became
people.
I became a baller in Maple Story and I scam people. And I'm just like, what if I can do this in real life?
Bro, it was the same thing for me actually. So what happened was I actually used to scam people on RuneScape. And I had like the Santa hat. If you guys probably don't know what that is, it was like one of the rare items in the game. And I was like rich as fuck, right? And then this is actually how I got my first job. I was trying to scam some like kid, and I accidentally ended up giving it away to him by accident. Like I clicked accept trade, and I was just like, holy shit! I just gave away like my life savings because like I was broke in real life. So RuneScape was my like version of like my fantasy reality.
What was
I
your
wanted to
turning
live.
point?
Yeah.
After you
Dude,
gave it away?
that was kind of well. You know what I did? I closed RuneScape. I went to the Canadian National Exhibition. That was my first job, and I applied for the job, and I got fucking hired.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and that was like my first. That was like the first summer I tried like being social.
Yeah.
The next year I worked there, and that was like my first year I got into like game and pickup and stuff, and I loved it, man.
Around the time I met you? Or...
So I met you like a few months later, like maybe 6 months later. Or something
That's
like
crazy that you guys also play the same games.
Same time.
I feel like we were all video game nerds then.
That.
Honestly,
I think
yeah.
that's how it goes, man.
That's
and
how
like,
I started, the obsession. I was obsessed with video
oh
games for a
man,
while.
that's how it was.
And then I just transferred the obsession to like the chicks. I know it sounds fucked up.
No, that's honestly, man. I
It
think
works.
people who are really successful have addictive personalities. Whether it be
Obsessive, compulsive.
so, it could be like it's like compulsion and shit, dude. Like it could be drugs or it could be like success. So this is a funny story. Early this year, I'm in the Great Barrier Reef with my buddy Alfredo, right? I haven't drank in years, right? And everyone's drinking. We're on like a little boat party thing, a 2-day boat party out in the middle of nowhere in a place called the Whit Sundays near the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. Okay, everyone's drinking. I'm the only person on the boat not drinking, and I was this close to fucking drinking. I had a drink in my hand. I was thinking, should I drink? And I went online and I was like researching like about do like successful / wealthy people drink, and actually a lot of them do. But here's the really key component. Most of them, their addiction is success and money, not drinking. So that's why drinking won't affect them. They won't become alcoholics because they're already addicted to something. They have this fucking chronic addiction. That's what it is, right? And so if you can put that, because I remember putting that addiction onto girls, and I remember putting it onto money, and I'll bounce it between different things.
Yeah, I've gone through periods of different phases where like now it's money, now it's girls, now it's content.
I've almost had to like detox
Commerce.
myself from like almost like go through like like I've been talking to my therapist about like because I got a therapist recently just because I figured it'd be good to
What
balance
type
mental
of
health.
addiction are you putting onto girls?
Well, I don't necessarily want to say. I see what you did there. What type of addiction? I don't think it's necessarily even a sex addiction, man. I think
It's
it was
the
like
pursuit rather than the actual goal.
that's what it was. That's what it was.
It's
It
like
wasn't
a game. You're
it
racking
wasn't-
up your
yeah.
skill points.
That's what it was, man. It was like I wanted a bunch of women to be like obsessed over me, and even when I had like a gorgeous woman who's like
It's
in
really
love
like
with
a
me,
video game.
it wasn't enough.
You press all these buttons, you do all these fucking like combos
That's the
or
thing.
whatever.
It wasn't enough. It never becomes. I heard Dan Bilzerian say it in an interview with money and with women. It's like never enough. It becomes like this black hole.
Yeah.
You're like endlessly seeking, and
It's
I
human
felt
nature.
that, bro. I felt that. Like
We're always
I
seeking
felt that with
pleasure,
money.
honestly.
But here's the thing with money, though. If you're making 20 grand a month, does like making 30 grand a month instead of 20 grand a month deeply affect your life at all? Not really. You know what I mean? There's no there's no direct.
Yeah.
You know, like
it's
what?
already more than enough to live in.
What
that
can
zone.
you buy with 30 grand a month that you can't with 20 grand a month?
Exactly.
So
already
I feel like
have
that's
30
kind of where I get stuck with business. Is It's like if I wanted to scale a business to 7 figures, it's like the difference between 6 figures and 7 figures is drastic. That's a huge fucking change. You know, like if you're having months where you make a few $100,000 a month, that's a big deal compared to 20 grand a month.
That's where the obsession kicks in. It's not just like having the money, it's just upping it, see how far you can go, how far you can go. Whereas a lot of people are just comfortable with the 20, so they stay at 20 because they don't have that obsession.
Yeah, I guess that's like,
they're like,
that's,
okay, my
that
life's
could be a
handled,
problem, right?
I'm good.
Versus like,
Most definitely, whatever you want to succeed in, you have to have it consume you.
yeah.
And so when it consumes you, you don't want to sleep.
If you want to be the best or above average. And then some are fine with like a simple life, you know?
And so I recently had to tell myself, yo, sleeping is important. Because when you have something that consumes you, you have all this hunger, you stay up like 24/7. And that's not healthy.
Yeah.
It's not healthy to stay up 24/7. So I'm like, yo, work, sleep is important. But my body became so like desensitized to like not sleeping, and and like I don't even feel pain. Like I can stay up.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So during the quarantine in Mexico, like the whole world was shut down in like, what was it, like April, May, June-ish, right? And so I think this was like April or May. I was like, fuck it, let's try out TikTok. So I made a TikTok account. And I think I made it in like January or something like that. Or maybe like November. But I didn't start posting actively until like April, May. So I hired this fan from South Africa to edit videos and send them to me. And then during his time zone, he'll post TikTok videos. And during my time zone, I'll post TikTok videos. So we had 24/7 TikTok content.
Wow.
I got 10 million views in 3 days, 50,000 followers. Just blew the fuck up. But I couldn't sleep. I was literally up for like 48 hours straight because I became obsessive. Like I couldn't sleep, bro.
Yeah.
It was fucked. Because I was just like, it wasn't necessarily even the followers. It was just the amount of clout, the amount of engagement. I just wanted to keep it going. I wanted to skyrocket the shit.
When you see results, it just motivates you to keep going and seeing how far you can take it. Honestly.
It's the same thing when I launched my online seduction course. Like, I saw, bro, in literally one day, I made more money than I did in 3 years for my natural transformations course. Right? So I launched one course 3 years ago, right? Natural transformations.
Yeah.
In, I think it was like August 2017. In one fucking day, I made more money from online seduction than I did in 3 years.
Well, that's how I treated stripping,
transformation
honestly. It's like, there were periods of my life where I became obsessed, where I made like $1,500 in the span of 24 hours. So I was just stripping 7 days a week, just making money, fucking girls. Like, I was also high as fuck on drugs, so I don't remember all of it. There's just bits and pieces.
Nick,
but I became obsessed to the
tell
point
us,
where...
what drugs did you do?
Ketamine, cocaine, GHB, I don't know, shrooms sometimes, blah, blah, blah.
Staying cool, kids still.
But yeah, basically, I just became obsessed with the money and the fucking girls and like the lifestyle that I just kept going. I'm like, I'll make more money, which was good because I was getting rich as fuck. But at the same time, like, you know, it just led me.
I remember that summer.
But I made so much money.
Bro. You had hoes, dude. You had like girls like obsessed with you.
And I can't say that I hate it because like I got the surgeries I've always wanted. You know, I fucking live here. I got like nice clothes and shit. Like it got me pretty far. That obsession. But you have
I remember
to be
you were
careful.
the first one out of all of us that moved out to apartment.
Yeah,
that inspired me.
19,
That inspired me.
Dude,
Because
I
I'm
remember
obsessed
that
with the
shit.
amount of money I could
I
make.
remember Nick was like living downtown, and I was like, dude, this was a dream.
And I was making
of ours.
bags, honestly. I became obsessed with it for a period of time. But the point is, that direction led me to like fucking rock bottom with the drugs and the fucking coping and like. But the obsessive aspect is good. You just have to transfer that onto something that's actually productive.
It has to be sustainable, I guess.
Like stripping has a ceiling. That's the thing, and there's a very short period of time you can do it in. You know, like there's a ceiling in how much you can make. But if I was obsessed in like e-commerce,
well, because like
skyrocket that shit.
You're still a
endlessly.
human, right? And it's like based around your body and your energy and like
My hedonistic pleasures of like money, sex, drugs, like just fucking.
Dude, you got a lot of girls stripping though. It was. I remember.
I did,
do you remember that one?
I know some of them.
I remember there was a day I come home from the club, right?
It was
and,
great.
like, I didn't have any girls.
On a silver platter.
I didn't have any girls, and
Here's
Nick,
a bunch of horny bitches that are drunk.
Dude, it was crazy. Nick was like, Justin, come to my room, and I'm like, what? Like, I just come in the apartment, right? And because me and Nick were living together for years, right? And Nick's like, come here. I go to his room, and he has this like 10 out of 10 like supermodel looking girl. He's like, enjoy, and he leaves the room, and I'm like,
but you know what?
What?
That showed me what's possible. So like I'm attaining similar results while not stripping still, and like same quality women. That showed me that like this is doable.
It's
You know
pretty
what I mean?
crazy, actually.
And my sense of self increased. So I'm like, no, I am the shit.
It's
Whether
like
or not I'm stripping.
Once you've done something once, you can always do it again.
Yeah, you can do it whether or not you're in a strip club.
Whether it's like
And then I
a
replicated that
pretty
in real
girl
life.
you're dating, whether it's
At
like a
Eaton
certain amount of
Center.
money. No, because think about this, right? the same money you were making from stripping, you started making the same money selling stuff.
Yeah, because it puts it into perspective.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is how much money I can make
You're
in cash.
making the same
if I
amount of
sell
money.
this service. Or
Yeah.
if I sell this service, replicate that. You know, and the advertising and the marketing, personal branding. You just
Have you guys ever
transfer
heard
that.
stories about like really wealthy people, like billionaires, who lost their entire fortune, but then they just started a new $1 billion company?
It's the mindset.
That was Trump at one point.
It's literally the mindset that you have.
Yeah,
that'll build it back
it's
up.
just it's not just the mindset; it's the habits and the skills you learned, everything you learned.
They
as
say
well.
if you take a millionaire and you strip him of everything, and then you put him somewhere like in a different country in the woods, let's say, or some shit,
In the
with
woods.
nothing, absolutely nothing. Then within a couple years, he'll build it back and then some.
You don't
strip
become
them
a
naked.
millionaire by having $1 million. You're a millionaire by the mindset you have.
There's certain patterns and like fucking energetic frequencies that you replicate that'll get you that result.
Maybe we're completely wrong because none of us are millionaires. But
No,
like,
I've met a lot of
no,
millionaires.
dude,
I've seen it firsthand.
literally all of my friends are fucking millionaires.
Exactly.
Literally.
My friends that were nothing and then they became
Look at
something.
Boris. He sold his
Look
company
at
for $40 million.
Thomas Anderson.
He
Yeah.
opens a brand new dude. He just started a new company,
Yeah, exactly.
like for nothing.
And
Just
we,
like he's bored and
bitches
fucking
in his
around.
bed. Like we're that tight with him.
Hey, hey,
It's crazy. Did we do that?
Yeah, on Christmas.
Oh yeah.
I'm courting millionaires, and he's also courting millionaires. So
And then stripping
It's
up
true.
a million.
I'm not just talking out my
No,
ass.
you guys are right. No, and honestly, I've had days where I make a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I realized that's recreatable. Because here's what happened, right? With my coaching
Yeah, we're not all millionaires, but we only talk about things by people who already
I've observed
are where
the
we want
habits
to
and
be.
the
You know
thought
what I'm saying?
patterns and literally the frequencies they operate at.
no, I couldn't agree more.
And I see like it's attainable and the average Joe can do it
100%.
as long as you
I
follow
wouldn't
this
be
pattern.
I wouldn't be quoting a homeless guy in the back alley. Yo, I heard you.
Come to my box. In this alleyway, I'll show you. And then he gets stabbed.
There's that
Takes your
cracker we saw on
kidneys.
the street today.
I heard
Cool,
you
right?
become a millionaire when you had the
Maybe she's
mindset,
a
not when you had the money.
millionaire. She's living her best life. That's-
Dude, what if those people are secretly millionaires and they're just like enjoying their life, dude?
She's just fucking bored. She's like, I'm gonna be practicing.
No, but as you were saying, like if you did take a millionaire, strip him his clothing, leave him out in the woods in a random foreign
In a
country,
different country. He'll
Yeah.
recreate it within 2 years, like, and then some.
he'll chop down some trees, build himself a nice
He's
shelter.
like, you know, I'm gonna sell trees. Fuck it,
Yeah,
or something.
Grant Cardone said, you strip away all my money, you strip away this, that, you strip away, you put me in a foreign country,
back.
I'll still get that money
Dude,
back.
that literally happened to me.
Mm.
My business goes to shit. I was supposed to come back to Toronto in April, and I ended up coming back in October, 6 months later, right?
Mm.
So where was I in that 6 months? In Mexico. In that time, I started 2 different fucking businesses that I could. That's like not including TikTok and social media stuff, but I created a different program called the Online Mentor Program,
Mm.
right? I did really fucking well off that.
Yeah.
I created the online seduction course. I'm wondering if there's anything else I did that I made money off of. There probably is, but I can't remember right now.
Mm.
But it's like, look, my other business wasn't working because I can't fly around the world to do boot camps right now. So I was like, how can I do something similar, still deliver the same amount of value or more, probably arguably more, right? Still make money, but a completely different program, completely like rebranded. Now, I was selling to the same audience. I was selling it to the same people, but I pretty much did recreate a business from nothing. I hired a marketing guy to create like a sales page, landing page. Like, we built it up, run ads for it. It was fucking crazy. It was really cool.
Literally, it's the lens through which you see the world. Like, whatever you believe, like, will manifest in your life. If you
Most
believe
definitely, bro.
life is shit and, you have the short end of the stick and you can't achieve wealth, then that's exactly what
I
you'll
think
get.
it comes down to 2 things. Having an open mind, right? That's number 1. Because if you don't think you can, or if you, like, didn't believe in, like, the possibility of doing something, you would never fucking do it. Like, imagine
Yeah,
if...
you're not capable.
Nick, I met you on the street, right?
Yeah.
I met Kavork through Twitter. Kavork and I met, 5 years ago?
Social media.
Almost 6 years ago. Nick, we met almost 7 years ago. So
Yeah.
what's crazy about this is, like, imagine if I didn't think... Because I remember seeing Kavork's channel. I had seen it before he even messaged me on Twitter, right? And with you, imagine, like, you didn't decide to talk to me that day, or you didn't think you're cool enough to talk to me. Imagine if I didn't decide to get Kavork on the phone, and, like, I sold Kavork.
Yeah.
It was like a sales call.
Our lives
I,
would
like,
have been in
convinced
different
Kavork
directions.
to come out and film YouTube content with me.
Yeah.
I
Imagine, like, we didn't
apologize
believe
for
ourselves.
that, man.
Imagine, dude, you don't have to apologize at all, right? I was a random fucking dude you met through Twitter, right? And imagine all 3 of us didn't believe in ourselves enough to even take these right actions.
Just step out of our shell, Like, that was me stepping into my shell. I was terrified to talk to you. I'm like, I don't want to do this. But I'm like, you know what? It's a warm-up. Fuck
You
it.
know when
Give it
I
a
first saw you was at Seneca. I'm like, oh, that guy looks like the guy I saw from Twitter.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened. No, I remember you walked in, and I had just come into class. I'm like, yo, bro, what's up? Like, we were talking on the phone the other day, right? And then he asked me to film a video with him.
Yeah.
We put it on YouTube, got a couple 100,000 views. So we just kept filming content,
Create
right?
something.
And then eventually we filmed that like bathroom prank, and it was like completely fucking staged, right? I just asked like random friends, like we asked Caldoon, we asked a bunch of like random friends, like I saw in like the halls at Seneca. I'm like, yo, can you be in this video? Or we'd ask like random people, we're like, yo, do you want to like be in a YouTube video? And people would be like weird about it. And it got 16 million views.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I stole because at my college there was these like, you know, cleaners that would like clean the bathroom. They put these signs on the door that says like cleaning, do not enter. So I stole one of those. I would keep it in my college locker. And anytime work wanted to roll through and film a video on the campus, I would put it on the bathroom door, and we just film these videos so no one would interrupt.
Yeah.
So we just filmed this like hilarious, ridiculous video. So sometimes people would actually walk in while we're filming. They're like, "Wait, what's going on in here? Like, you guys are holding a camera." And like,
literally, when you had nothing and you were at ground zero, you fucking made a viral video, like just from like scraps, whatever resources you could find, and you like thought creatively.
I wasn't even in it for the money, dude. I just wanted to see what the fuck was possible.
But that makes it like evident that anybody can do that.
I mean, I know Kavork was living off of that shit. Kavork, you know what I'm asking? How much money did you make from YouTube that year?
I made
Like at least 100K, right?
almost 100.
I guess a lot of content would have gotten demonetized and shit.
And
But
literally
yeah.
anybody could do that. Well,
No,
you
but
guys
that's what I'm
did.
saying.
Can I tell
wasn't
you
in it for the
something?
money. I wasn't money motivated.
I wasn't money motivated either, but
You just took action.
my dad had passed away, and then that's where my hunger came from. I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta fucking bring money to support my family because the bread maker is gone. And so when Justin asks me, yo, come to the club, let's film, I'm like, no, what's more important? I need to create money somehow for my family. I'm not gonna just party when the bread maker is gone.
It's
Yeah, but-
honestly that hunger that drove.
I remember telling Kavork, if we go to this club, I will make out 50 girls, and this will be the most viewed video on your channel. And for a while, it was the most viewed video on his channel.
Spoke it into
It's
existence.
crazy, dude. I literally spoke that shit into existence. I didn't want anything from it. I just wanted to know. I didn't care about the clout
Do you
necessarily.
feel like that hunger is something you were born with, or something that you cultivated? Because I feel like people are born with it
I don't
for
know,
the
man.
most part. Like I felt like I was born with it, honestly.
When I was a kid, I remember being like 7 years old, and I just felt like I was different than other people. Like I was
Yeah.
destined
No,
for
me
something
too, straight up.
amazing.
I knew I was different. I was like the weird kid who just had all these weird ideas.
That's
and, like,
how I felt too.
I was like, not to be cocky, but I was like smarter than
I
everybody.
remember watching Digimon when I was like 7, and like these kids were like chosen. Like I remember like watching Digimon. These kids like wake up and they're like, there's like an egg in their bed or some shit. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like they have like a device and like, I've been chosen to be like a Digimon, whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And I remember that's how I felt. I felt like I'm gonna wake up one day and just
Me too.
something is like meant to be there.
I
So
remember looking in the
I don't
mirror as
know.
a kid, and I'm like, I'm an alien. I'm not a human. I'm an alien. Like I was fucking autistic.
I don't know, man.
probably.
I at the same time, I think
I'm not from
anybody,
here.
I think every human on the planet feels that way to some degree.
I
wouldn't
see
say so,
myself
honestly.
as like an
I think there's
avatar.
specific
You
people.
know how in Sims,
Okay.
you get to walk around and shit and like get a job, and then the hunger, your bar where you're hungry, the bar where you're learning. You played Sims? You
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get
Increase
to
your
walk.
stats.
I played this game called Sims Herbs.
Okay.
It was so
That
fun.
was sick.
Yeah, you played that?
Fucking right. You
And
can
so-
change your outfits and everything, like to match in like the different sectors you were going to. That was awesome.
Yeah.
On top of it though.
So I see myself as like an avatar going from janitor moving up to CEO.
Yeah. And
Uh,
I think the average person kind of accepts a simple life, and they're just like, whatever. You know,
That's what it
this
is, man.
fine. I'm gonna be an accountant, and you
Dude,
know,
literally, my mom told me
maybe make
she wanted me to be an
100,000 a year
accountant.
if I'm lucky.
No, seriously.
Retire, have a
That,
nice
that was like
family,
my
and
path.
die.
That was gonna be my path, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because I remember being like 5 years old or something like that, maybe like 6. And I remember I was listening to. Do you guys remember Treehouse? That Canadian fucking.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
Ah.
guys remember that shit?
We're
It was like-
watching Treehouse.
Yeah. it's like this Canadian network for kids, right?
Yeah.
And there was like this like music, and I was like jumping on the couch like singing, and I was like, Dad, I want to be a rock star. I want to be a rich and famous rock star. And he's like, you can do it. And like my father encouraged me to like go do where the fuck I want, follow my
Yeah.
dreams. My mom was like, you should be like do something safe, be an accountant.
Yeah.
So can you imagine what they thought when I started YouTube? I talked to my dad about this the other day because I don't see them often, right? Come back to the city. I haven't been back here in a year, right? Catching with you boys is awesome.
Yeah.
And catching my family, I only saw them for one day, so I went to go visit them for a couple days.
Mm.
And my dad was venting about how he hates my mom because no, he literally said this because he literally said he's like, I hate mom because she never supported me with like entrepreneurship. And he told me like just follow your dreams, never work for someone, and just be an entrepreneur. You'll be the happiest,
Oh, yeah.
right? But here's the thing.
That's genius.
I literally said to my father, I'm like, Dad, when I started my YouTube channel, you kicked me out of the house. Do you remember that, Nick?
Yeah.
Do you remember? I
Yeah,
called you.
yeah.
I'm like, my dad kicked me out of the house.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I went to the club with you. I think. I can't really remember, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, I remember. It was Canada Day, 2015. 2015, I think it was. We went to Gravity Soundbar that day. I stayed out all night with you.
Yeah.
I
think I
specifically remember this day, and we were hanging out with that lesbian girl. Her name was Veronica,
Okay.
and she lived down the street from me.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
You're like, okay, I remember this.
I think I
Honestly,
remember.
I'm not even sure if you were even there. I just assume you were.
I think I remember that.
No, but I'm pretty sure you were there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were, but I can't remember. Maybe you weren't. I don't fucking know.
Your dad's a genius, man. I spoke with him before. He's
talked about
wise.
that
He's
before?
wise.
He's
yeah.
very fucking wise. But I remember, like, he didn't support me with the YouTube content because he thought it was like too degenerate and like too fucked up.
Right.
And like, but after he saw the positive side of it, and
The
saw how it's like
potential.
not necessarily the potential, but he saw the self development aspect of it.
Well, and they're from a different generation. They don't understand the social
No, but
media.
he did.
and
He
music.
actually did see the self development aspect of it. He's like, all right, do your thing, whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
And I remember when I told him, I'm like, I'm not going back to school. I'm gonna go be a pickup coach in Australia, and they were like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
right?
Well, your parents' job is to make sure you don't die and that you live a stable life at
Mhm.
least. And then if they've accomplished that, they're happy. You know.
I guess that's what it is.
So they're not actively trying to sabotage you. It's just like they're just trying to do their job, or whatever.
But,
Whether or not
but that's the thing,
right.
right? How many young people out there don't put their full faith in themselves?
And actualize their potential.
Can I tell you something?
But hold that thought, right? Because imagine how many people out there listen to their like fucking college teachers or whatever, or they don't listen to themselves. They listen to their fucking parents or what they instead of listening to themselves and what they truly want.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
They live mediocre lives, and they could have been the next fucking, Leonardo da Vinci or fucking, I don't know who's
You never
killing
know.
it right now. They could have been the next Elon Musk, but they became a college professor instead of.
No, they don't even
You know
become
what I
a
mean?
college professor. They go to school,
If that.
get a college diploma, and they end up working at fucking like Home
Some
Depot.
corporate shit or whatever.
They end up working at like Starbucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they end up just like doing some because dude, I have a bachelor's degree. Most people don't know that. When I tell people I have a bachelor's degree, like what the fuck,
Congratulations, brother.
Right? Dude? No, not congratulations.
What
I
do you
went my
mean,
ass
why?
with that, dude. I went my
You-
ass
you
with
don't
that.
like it?
I have never done anything with a bachelor's degree.
Really?
You know what's funny?
I don't know. I guess I say because everybody says whenever people tell me it's like I'm supposed to be proud of it. So that's why I don't know what else to say.
I barely gone to college and I barely made it through it.
I'm just thinking.
I was
the
saying,
point is still good.
my dad when I told him I want to be a truck driver like you,
Mm-hmm.
cause like I just wanted that lifestyle where you just become a truck driver and then just
Live
fucking
your life. You can make
get
money.
married, pop a couple of kids, and then die. I didn't know anything else. But yeah, my dad told me, "Kawar, do not do that because I'm a truck driver. I break my back every time sitting on fucking a chair and shit."
The long days, man.
That's what he told me. He's like, "Don't do that." And so my dad told me not to work a job, and so I'm like, "Okay, then what else can I do?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna own a business. I'm gonna own my own hair salon." And so I went to school for that, and then but my real passion was to do stand-up comedy. So
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like,
Follow your dreams, bro.
I'm like, I can create a hair salon and then do stand-up comedy on the side. And so I went to stand-up comedy school. They actually have a school for that shit,
It's
eh?
crazy.
So I was going to stand-up comedy school, and then I'm like, yo, these guys are trying to make me write essays in the stand-up comedy school. I'm like, I'm gonna leave this school. Fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here to learn how to write jokes. So I started going on YouTube, learning how to become a YouTuber and shit. So by the time everybody graduates stand-up comedy school, take this in, I'm already a big successful YouTuber.
It's pretty crazy, man.
So people are holding their diplomas like you said, and they're looking at me like, how is he where I wanted to be while I'm trying to
Dude,
get
that's
this
what I'm
diploma?
saying, man. Like by the time I graduated and got my bachelor's degree, I remember I was supposed to do this like internship thing, right? And I figured out a loophole that I didn't have to do it. Okay? Because in order to graduate with my college bachelor's degree, I would have to work for 4 months in some sort of like corporate setting. But I figured out like a way that I didn't have to do it. Because I was like, why the fuck would I want to work for some like bank or some shit for like $20 an hour when I'm running?
Live their dreams.
That's what I'm saying. Why would I want to do that?
Your mic still work?
No, it's dead too.
Why would I want to? Just think about
No, it's all
this.
good. It'll probably pick it
Why
up.
would I want to work in some fucking shit job that I hate? when I'm already making more money, working my own business, and fucking getting lit as fuck every weekend, partying, girls, content, whatever the fuck I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the goal is to be happy in life. In life, truly, all that matters is being happy, right? Like, Kavork, let me ask you something. You're someone I think is truly happy. Like, with or without money, I think you've always been happy.
Most definitely, man.
Because
like
you're
I
following
said,
your fucking passions.
the Hubble Hotel lifestyle, like going from nothing to having it all. I enjoy the journey more than having it
You know
all.
what's crazy? You can go from nothing to something to a lot to something to nothing, like up and down, right? Like, I don't know, man. I definitely get my heart attached to a lot of the success. Like, when I had that media scandal, dude, I was fucked up. I literally I was about to jump out the window. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I was in Sao Paulo, okay, Brazil, and I just felt like I was homeless. Except, first of all, I couldn't figure out how to turn on the heating in the apartment, right? The place is really expensive. I know I spent all this money on like a nose job and all this fucking shit. Then my social medias got deleted, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because of the media scandal, even though I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong, illegal, or criminal, or anything.
Yeah.
But you know how it is. 2020, cancel culture and how things work.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just thinking, I just spent years building this up just to have it removed for no reason. What the fuck?
Well, that's the thing. Like, most of life is resilience, the ability to bounce back.
Yeah.
So you can either decide, like, okay, stop.
I spent about a month and a half very depressed playing video games, watching Netflix.
Yeah.
Watched all of season 2 of The Boys. Watched season 1 and 2 of Narcos. Watched a fuck ton of movies.
Sure, you didn't stay there. You decided to bounce back at some point.
Actually, the entire time, I was still making enough money to get by. And, I mean, it's not that I needed it. I was pretty good financially. But, like, in my head, I never want to regress. I never want to go down. I never want to see my bank account drop. I never want to see myself in a position where I'm, like, less happy or less successful. So, for me, the reason I was depressed was because my life quality wasn't, like, skyrocketing the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
Right? Because I always want to see my quality of life going up and up and up.
Right.
Make sense? And so that's why I came back to Toronto, to be honest. Because I went from Brazil back to Mexico. I was still depressed there. So I just ended with the girl I was dating because she was like causing me a lot of mental issues. Flew back to Toronto. And I honestly, this has been one of the happiest months ever.
Yeah.
This past month, been back here. It's been fucking amazing. So I think it's more about like the long term than like the short term gratification and shit. You know what I mean?
You weren't happy with complacency. Like, shit was pretty much the same for a while for you, and you're like, okay, I don't want to. Like, what, you're gonna marry her and fucking, stay with her forever and have a simple life in Mexico?
She was also like 5 years older than me.
A little farm and shit, or you're gonna like embrace change and uncertainty. So you came back to uncertainty. You started over. You don't have you gotta find new bitch now.
We're
It's
not
like
gonna have a farm, bro. I was not gonna have a farm. No, but that's what she wanted. You know what she wanted me to be? She wanted me to be this like little, like cutesy boy toy husband guy.
Yeah, safe guy.
And like she wanted me to be a safe guy, but I'm not
trying to cut off your nuts and like.
Yeah, I was like, fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
So you probably saw yourself getting complacent, and you're just like, all right, time.
She's trying to like ease me into like spending money on her.
Mm.
She would like try to get me like buy little things.
Yeah.
So she like could like work up to me buying her a boob job, and I'm like,
yeah,
fuck off.
And then she cheats on you and fucking
I
pumps you. Over time. Maybe not at that point. But like eventually, once you marry her and
I don't think she'd ever cheat on me ever.
No, I'm not saying she did, but like.
But no, I definitely like.
Did you think she was wifey? Do you think she was long term?
No, the red flag was like she had admitted that she like cheated on ex-boyfriends and stuff like that.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
She wasn't down for like an open relationship dynamic and stuff like that too. So I was like, honestly, this ain't gonna work.
Honest to God, like fuck monogamy. I don't like that
I
shit.
think a lot of like relationships can really affect your mental health, man, and just fuck you up mentally.
Your partner is everything, yeah.
You gotta be really careful.
That's why I like being single and I get more done.
Same.
Straight up.
Dude, holy fuck. I remember before I was seeing this girl, right? The amount of free fucking time I had. I remember I spent 3 days just researching different credit cards. Like 3 full days just researching credit cards to figure out what would suit my needs best. Or I remember I spent, weeks relaunching my my business to put everything online, right? I spent all this time doing TikTok stuff. I had all these clients. Like I was doing, even though I was in quarantine, I was doing a fuck ton. I was making money. I had everything. Everything was perfect, right? And I remember I started seeing this girl for about 2.5 months, a different girl, and a lot of my time was just gone, right?
Yeah, 6 hours a day.
Chilling Netflix and whatever the fuck, right? And then I was single again for like another month. Yeah. Again, tons of free time, tons of like cool shit going on. Then again, another like 3.5 month relationship.
If I tallied up all my relationships, it would span years.
I love my
and
free
the
time.
hours. And
I did tally it up. I tallied up my relationships. It's about.
I don't want to. It's gonna fucking make me depressed.
I did. It was about 3.5 to 4 years.
It is what it is.
I spent 3.5 to 4 years in relationships over the last.
And the hours of productivity, that's just like flesh.
Imagine investing that same time into you and making yourself level up.
So in the last 7.5 years, I did spend about half that time So between 3.5 to 4 years in relationships, but some of those were like open. Some of them were
Even then, though, the amount of time you invest in that person.
Exactly.
Like, imagine your net worth, what it could have been had you just stayed single and fuck bitches. You know?
Seriously, business, it just single pimping it.
I mean, I touched the hot stove too many times, so like I'm jaded as fuck. Like now, I'll hang out with girls.
Don't get me wrong, bro. I learned a lot from those
The
relationships.
scary thing is I don't really feel love anymore. I'm almost like
fuck
sociopathic now, where I just
Definitely,
somebody
bro.
off.
I love how she nods her head. She just nods her head. She's like, yeah. No, but no,
Relationships are for growing you. You're right.
No, but they are for growing. The thing is, I think I can still feel love, but I can also feel like the untetheredness.
Yeah.
I can feel both. Because I know I can feel like love, but I can also feel like the unattachment. You know what's crazy? So I hadn't been back to the city in a year, right? And when I saw my parents and my sister, I felt real unconditional love. Like I felt familial love.
Though, but yeah.
Bro, like my sister hanging out with me and just being there for me as an older sister when I was like at a really low point. You know, I went through a lot. First of all, I'm in Mexico. My mom had a heart attack. I'm going through a media scandal, right? I'm all over the news in Mexico. Business gets fucked up because the product launch got fucked up because of the media scandal. Yeah. Social media get deleted. There was a lot of shit, and then the whole relationship issues I was going through. There's a bunch of other shit I'm not even gonna talk about, right?
They had the power to delete your social media. How the fuck?
Just like a news agency emails fucking Facebook or some shit, right? Anyway, so that's what happened, and yeah, it's just fucked up. And I was like going through a mental breakdown. I fly back to Toronto, and I'm there like. I was honestly, I handled like a fucking boss. I don't know many people who'd be able to deal with that shit properly. I dealt with it really well by just meditating, spending time alone.
You had like thousands of girls on your Instagram.
Dude, I had thousands of women.
They're all
on
gone.
Instagram. Dude, I literally had.
Build it back up.
Thanks for rubbing ckboy. Thanks, bro. Yeah, so I had tens of thousands of like client leads. So my Instagram was worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars, like in terms of like what I revenue for my business. But yeah, the bitches, man. Yeah.
Nah, because imagine if one of them actually had good mouth. Fuck the thousands. That one that had good mouth, that's the one.
The one that
No, you have to see women like pigeons. They are NPC characters.
No, but here's the thing, man. I'm in so much abundance that I almost didn't give a fuck. I was more upset about the business thing than the girls. I didn't even care about the girls. You know what's crazy?
I'm just playing.
I actually used to follow thousands of girls, and then I actually during quarantine I spent about 2 weeks unfollowing like 3,000 people on Instagram because I'm like, why am I following 3,000 people? 2,000 of them weren't even following me back.
Yeah.
I used to follow everyone, and I was only following like 100 people after that. So I unfollowed literally thousands of women. So I didn't give a fuck anyway. But obviously, if I knew when I come back to the city, I have all these bitches who want to suck my cock or whatever. But now they're like gone into the void, right? And like
lost forever.
Yeah, just
Poor
like
baby.
whatever. It is what it is. I don't really remember who.
There's 3 million people in Toronto, so
no. But the cool thing is I could just DM them whenever, and they're like, "Yeah, let's hang out." And like, because I would do that when I was abroad. I was in Australia. I was in Asia. I'm like, "Hey, we should hang out when I'm back in Toronto." And all these girls were like, "Hell yeah, can't wait."
You built up your harem over the years.
Yeah, they're gone.
Oh,
they're gone forever.
I feel you.
But it's okay because we got Tinder.
Because God keeps creating more girls every year. Every year another girl turns 18.
That's true.
Every year.
That is true.
Every year.
That's actually coincidentally that's my favorite number, but not because of what we're talking about.
Because it's consensual.
It just so happens to be my favorite number. Just random side note.
And just more women are being created as we're speaking. That will one day turn 18.
Dude, when I get my 40s, bro.
How did it feel to have the media lying on your name?
Bro, to be honest, I didn't give a... Oh, sorry, darling. I didn't really give a fuck. I didn't care. Actually, I didn't care. Because, like, it was in Spanish. And it was mostly about my buddy Brad. But it was crazy. They were like, Bradley is a sex tourist in Mexico. You know what the most fucked up thing is? You know what the most fucked up thing is?
Did he do any sex tourism? Like, what happened?
Dude, what the fuck is sex tourism?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Hold on. Let me ask you this. If you hook up with a girl from Tinder on your vacation in Mexico... Are you a sex tourist?
You can tour locations.
So that's what
You
this
sleep with someone every night.
If you can tour locations, you can
serious question.
tour pussy.
Serious question.
I get what it means now.
If I decide to move to
Look
Los
at this
Angeles
vagina over here.
and then I hook up with a girl that I met at a nightclub, does that make me a sex tourist? If a girl goes on vacation,
what's wrong with being a sex tourist?
You know, if you meet a girl on a boat, that makes you a sex marinist.
collection work?
You should try the different flavors of pussy
No,
that
but no,
every
serious
country has
question
to
though.
offer.
So they were like calling Brad a sex tourist, but no, we're just living in Mexico. And here's the thing: it doesn't matter what country we're gonna be in. In my home city of Toronto,
It's our women. Get the fuck out, Whitey.
that's pretty much what they were saying in the news. They're like, this white
Mine.
man comes to Mexico,
No, you
and he's
don't
sleeping
touch.
with women from Tinder, and Justin
Don't
Marc
touch these
is
ones.
his accomplice. And I'm like, what? How am I his accomplice? I have a girl. Like, I had a girlfriend. In the 6 months I was in Mexico, I was in a relationship for 5 months of that time. That's just how it was. I had a relationship for, like, the first week I got there, I met a girl from Tinder. She became my girlfriend for 2.5 months. Then I found out her dad was a money launderer for the cartel. So I got sketched out. So I'm looking at, like, politely and this, like, relationship dynamic on good note.
I said this many times.
So I don't get fucking murdered.
Hopefully she's not watching this.
She won't. She won't. I hide all my videos from Mexico
The
now.
news has nothing better to talk about. They just want a headline.
That's what it was. Right? And I guess a bigger thing was, like, the girl I was dating, the second girl I was dating in Mexico, she was, like, a famous actress. She was popular. She was on a popular TV show. She's a TikToker. She's, like, this Instagram girl. She's got a fucking large audience. People know who she is. Right? And then they're like, wait, this, like, actress girl's boyfriend. So she started getting posted all over social media, too. And they started being like, this girl knows where the criminals are. But we're not criminals because we actually hired lawyers. Dude, I hired a fucking lawyer in Mexico, and he said, you're good. There's nothing, you haven't done anything illegal. There's nothing against you guys. It's just fake. It literally was fake news. It was literally fake news. In fact, no, they're just making things up, right? And
most definitely, brother. Can I tell you, when they put my fucking social experiment on the news?
Which one?
Some little kid in a wheelchair. It was like, shit went viral. And so, like when they put that up on the news, I'm like, this shit's like, what? They don't have anything better to talk about than my stupid social experiment.
Yeah.
They literally put this on for like 2 weeks straight on the news.
That's fucked.
And I'm like, they don't have anything better to talk about?
That's insane. I remember my buddy Adrian. I was in Thailand with him shortly after I met him, and I didn't really know much about him. I was just like, yo, let's travel together. You seem like a cool guy. I didn't really watch any of his content. I didn't know any of his content. So he told me he had a media scandal because, like, just about some fucking video where he hired one actor or something.
Yeah.
And he was all the news in Australia. Like, even if he goes back home, like, people still, like, come up to him and be like, you're the guy who was in the news 4 or 5 years ago. Right? Bro, it actually blew him up. It made his channel way bigger.
100%.
Made him
You
way
get
more
fans
popular.
from all those haters.
But what was
Small
crazy is, like,
percentage.
is this, like, what the world's come to? Or, like, there's nothing, like, what about the weather? Like,
It's
don't
hate
you want to
porn.
talk about the
It's
weather?
literally hate porn. People want to be mad at something.
Hate porn.
Because they're so fucking bored.
Hate porn, I like that.
It's
There's
hate
this
porn,
book
yeah.
called Reality Transfer
All of
Thing.
YouTube is hate porn.
So this book, Reality Transfer Thing, was created by this Russian physicist. And he talks about something called pendulums. So he says the way it works, it's like an energy, it's swinging. So you know how, like, Donald Trump, everyone hates him, but he became the president, right?
You're fueling it.
It's because they're fueling it through hating him. It's like almost this energetic field.
Yeah.
Where,
Genius. That's
like,
genius.
Mother
They're giving
Teresa
attention.
said she'd never go to an anti-war rally because you're just hyping up that energy of war.
Yeah.
You go to pro-peace, but not even anti-war.
Whether you love or hate somebody, you're still giving them attention.
Exactly. You're still putting that
They're still
energy
getting
towards
attention.
it.
there's this saying where attention goes, energy flows.
Yeah.
It's pretty, like, spiritual.
So the hater is literally manifested. His pregnancy, his clout,
Pretty crazy,
his
bro.
fame.
I can't wait to see where I go from here, though, man, because it's like, you know what, man? Life is all about that journey. It's all about experiencing that moment for whatever it is and being happy every day in the moment. I find the things that make me happiest is being around good friends. Like, the quality of people will determine the quality of life around you.
Exactly.
It's not even necessarily how much money you make, because even if you make a lot of money, easy come, easy go. Like, I was thinking about it today. I only spend a lot of money because I started making a lot of money. You know what I mean? And a lot of it just gets wasted on dumb shit.
Well, who has your back when shit hits the fan?
That's what I'm saying.
And
right?
you're at rock bottom.
Bro, I remember when I was, like, calling you in Mexico and I was, like, sad over, like, a girl or whatever.
Yeah.
And you were on the phone with me for 5 hours. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
You remember that?
No, you've done that for me too, honestly.
Crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Aww.
Crazy as fuck.
Very
So it's
few
like,
people will do
who's got your
shit
back at the end
like
of the day?
that. Yeah.
Who's there for you as a friend when you're in a tough spot? You know what I
Who
mean?
will be at your funeral when you die?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I remember.
I don't know if he's about the funeral thing. It's just who's there for you when you're here. I care more about that.
That too.
I don't care about anyone coming to your fucking funeral, dude.
I remember at one point when I stopped getting views, you're like, Kavort, come to my house. And you try shaking me out of it. You're like, Kavort, how come you stopped uploading?
Yeah, because I was like, I remember, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you not uploading content, dude? Content is king.
And honestly,
Right.
your hustle woke me up in a lot of ways too.
Good.
Like the content I'm producing. is
Keep
'cause
grinding,
you,
bro.
straight up.
So I'm just saying that shit meant a lot to me, man. When you're
Oh
like,
yeah, man, you're my boy, dude.
See, when you're chilling around people who aren't grinding and shit, what do you think's gonna happen to you? You're just gonna manifest that energy.
Why do you think I fuck
You're gonna
off to
be
other sides of the
complacent.
world all the time? I only
That's
want
why
to
I like cut everybody off straight up.
I
Like,
only want to hang around hustlers.
Mm.
I only want to hang around people who are like on their shit. You know what I mean?
and then you were looking at me like, Kavork, are you the same person? You don't look the same. And you were trying to shake me out of it. You're like, Kavork.
I don't remember, dude.
I remember
remember
this,
this.
and
That should be all
then
your
you
friends,
told me to sleep over, and I'm like, all right, I'll sleep
What
over.
the fuck? I don't remember this, dude. When was this?
You had me sleep over by your bed on the ground, and like, you don't remember any of
Why did I
this.
tell you to sleep over?
You told me sleep over, cause like you were trying to shake me out of it.
I guess I just felt energetically like you need to be back on a different thing. It sounds familiar, but dude, my memory's fucked. I don't really remember things.
Really?
Fucked.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah,
Don't worry
you
about
had me
that.
sleep over that day on the ground, and then you're like, I don't know if you should be sleeping on this, cause like a lot of girls I fucked on this. I'm like, what? You're telling me after the fact?
Sounds.
You're
like
telling me
something
after
that
the
would
fact
happen.
I'm sleeping on it all warm and cozy? And so,
Were you sleeping on that little red thing?
yeah, it was
Okay,
some little red
yeah.
thing.
Okay, what the fuck? That's hilarious.
Now
I think
you
I remember
remember
this actually. I don't know. This would have been a few years ago.
that
And
should be
so,
what your friends do.
I'm just saying, that meant a lot to me, man. I
People
appreciate
just shake you and
you.
be like, what the fuck you doing, man? Stop it. Like,
It's
remember-
so fu-
I was like sitting in Union Station a while back when I was like 17,
Mm-hmm.
18. And I was just like out of it, just fucking like a zombie, just depressed, thinking about my life and how much I hate it. And then some random guy just hits me in the back of the head. He's like, yo, what are you doing, man? Wake up. Wake up. And then I just look at him. I'm just like, first I'm angry. I'm just like, fuck you. What the fuck you? Like, I didn't say that. But in my head, I just want to like punch him. But then I'm like, wait, you're right. And then he just walked off like an angel. Like some random sketchy black guy. But I think he meant well. I think he meant,
Wait,
dude,
what if
stop
you just thought you
fucking
were a
up.
homeless crackhead sleeping in the fucking bus station?
Well, I like to think that he saw my potential. And he was an angel sent from God who came down and he's like, Nicholas, wake up.
Maybe he was an angel. Like maybe
Or
that's
maybe
how,
he was
maybe that's
on
how
crack.
angels manifest.
Maybe he was on a lot of crack. I don't know. But I like to think the first one. That motivated me. After that, I'm like, you're fucking right, random sketchy black guy. Wake up.
Sketchy black guy.
You're fucking
I
right.
will listen to you.
Like,
guys.
instead of my
Thanks,
initial
Tyler.
response was like, fuck you, like hate and anger and defensive-ness. I wanted to defend my zombified state and be like, fuck you, you piece of shit. What do you know? But then I'm like, no, you're right, dude. He sees it. This random sketchy black guy sees it in me that I'm just fucking up. And he's like, stop fucking up, Nicholas. That's what I like to think.
Jamarcus is right.
Shamarcus, behind the dumpster near Home Depot.
I'm
It's
coming up
right.
with something better. Thanks, Jamarcus.
But honestly, maybe he would just want to wake me up.
Is
He's
that
like,
racist? I hope I'm not being racist right
That's-
now.
no, honestly.
His name might be Steven. Whatever. Steven.
Kyle lives here. He's black. It's fine. But yeah, I think
I'm not trying to be racist right now. It's just like throwing our names, man.
No,
It's not-
I
it's
thank
not-
God because I
yeah.
think about that moment so many times when I'm like fucking up or like I'm hitting a low point. I think about that guy. And I'm just like, bro, you're fucking right. I think it was tough love. I think it was a moment of just like he saw some kid in need who was like 18 and just like lost and like fuck my life. And he's like, wake up! What the fuck you doing? Like I was his son or something.
Nick, you guys
Did he
have
give
issues,
you
bro.
a-
I was his son.
Literally, I was just like so defeated and broken. I'm just like,
You're his long lost son.
That's nice of him for trying to wake you up, to be honest.
he was like my
Right.
surrogate father because I mean
Your
my
surrogate father.
straight up like I didn't have I have a dad and stuff. I love him, but like he wasn't like tough love type shit. He's like go do your own thing. Good luck, buddy. And this random Jamarcus, listen, I'm gonna take care of you. Stop fucking up. And his tough love sat in my brain.
I love you, son.
I love you. You're my son now. You got it? Step up, boy.
Oh my god.
So wait, what?
I'm gonna get the strap if you don't fucking stop.
So wait.
He cracks the belt.
What did Lil Wayne say?
Lil Wayne? What did Lil Wayne say?
The guy who Jamarcus.
Oh, I mean, yeah, basically he's just like, what are you doing? Wake up! Wake up!
So that's what 50 Cent said.
Straight up. 7 years later, I
maybe
still
your
think about
guardian
it.
angel literally came to the earth.
I think he didn't
as-
exist.
as
a African American.
I think I
male.
hallucinated that. It could be, because nobody else saw it. Everyone was like, nobody really saw that. I think it was a moment of just like, I saw an angel.
Was that like your fairy
My
godfather?
subconscious?
Your
I don't
fairy
know.
godfather?
My subconscious was this angry black guy.
My mom told me that we all have a guardian angel.
You just played her.
Jamarcus.
We're all just joking around.
Dude, if you're out there, thank you. Because you shaped my life.
Yeah, so guys, what do you think about OnlyFans? What are your thoughts on that? Serious question.
I think there's a lot of money to be made. I wouldn't be on OnlyFans, but I would hire girls to be on it, and I would be the one promoting it to make so much money.
Bro, why don't we just turn all our YouTube channels and like OnlyFans pimps or some shit? I don't fucking know, dude. I think we'd all be really
I got
good
some
at that.
outfits we can wear.
Yeah.
You want to?
There's girls that make 500,000 a month.
I love business. I love entrepreneurship. I think the whole idea of it
If
is
I was a
awesome.
girl, I would be the biggest whore. Like, I would be a huge slut and fucking leverage that
Dude,
shit.
you already are a whore.
I know. But, like, the
Like,
female version of me...
look at your tank top right now. You're definitely a hoe. Oh, sweet. Nipples.
Shit, dude, we gotta censor that for you.
Like, I judge women sometimes. No, I don't judge them, but, like, I'm like, why are you being so... But then I look at myself and I'm like, I'm slutty. Fuck.
Lucas, our
I can't
roommate,
judge.
mentioned that he met a girl today in the street. You were there, right?
Yeah,
So
you fucked her already.
Yeah, so no, he met a girl in the street, right? They don't know who they are. It's like, oh, you're so cute. Like, nice to meet you. Like, trade Instagrams. We should hang out sometime. And then he's looking at her Instagram DMs, and he realized that he already fucked her in the club bathroom at like some club like months ago. And the thing is, she didn't remember him, and he didn't remember her. And I'm just thinking, Lucas, that's awesome, dude. You're a fucking savage. I'm thinking, wow, that girl's such a fucking whore. She didn't remember you.
Lucas, you're a fucking pimp.
Lucas, you're a
Such
pimp.
two-way street.
No,
It sucks.
If I was a girl, I'd be a sugar
That's what he
baby.
does
I'd
now.
just fuck
Dude,
tons of guys on a daily
fuck.
basis. No
Yeah,
homo.
are you
'Cause,
kidding
like,
me, bro?
this is if I'm a
If
girl.
dude, look, do you know how hard I have to
I
fucking
don't know.
grind to make
I don't
money?
know. I don't know. Like, I've never had a pussy, so I can't really imagine that life.
It's really
Bro,
easy.
if I
It is,
was a
you
girl,
just
I'd
be
definitely
like,
be a sugar
hey,
baby.
and then you
I'd
get
be on
fucked.
OnlyFans. I'd be doing all the same shit. I
Bro.
do, but with OnlyFans and stuff.
Oh, what
What
the
just
fuck was
happened?
that?
Lights just go out.
Oh,
Lights just went
it's
out.
done.
What's done?
Oh, I think
I
you
don't know.
unplugged. No, I think you unplugged the lamp.
Me?
Oh.
There it is.
There we go.
Well, it's
Alright.
been nice talking,
It's
y'all.
been
We
cool.
can, I guess, end it
Pretty
here.
solid.
It's
Yeah.
been an hour, so guys, anyone who's still watching,
Thanks for tuning
make
in.
sure to smash the like button. If you guys like this, leave a comment down below. We'll do another one.
Our
Check out Nick Dora. Check out me, Justin, Marc.
Gang.
Check out Key Epic Pranks. You can go ahead and
content
search
to
up
come.
Key Epic. We've got a lot of old school content on all your channels, man. Like, there's a lot of shit to binge
I'm gonna
binge watch.
release my OnlyFans very soon. Stay tuned.
I'm releasing an OnlyFans with Madison, so I don't know, by the time this video's out, it's probably already there. So
Mhm.
it'll be linked somewhere